Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my science class. Our today's topic is speed and velocity. By speed and velocity, we can understand how quickly an object moves from one place to another place. The Bengali meaning of speed is droti and Bengali meaning of velocity is bek. Suppose a bus A can reach Dhaka from Pabna in 3 hours. Pabna to Dhaka 3 hours. Another bus B, it can reach Pabna to Dhaka in 5 hours. From this information, the speed of which bus is more? Here bus A can move from Pabna to Dhaka in 3 hours, bus B can move from Pabna to Dhaka in 5 hours. From the time we can see the bus A can move from Pabna to Dhaka very quickly than the bus B. Therefore, the speed of bus A is more than the speed of bus B. Therefore, from the speed we can understand how quickly an object moves from one place to another place. Another example, suppose an object can move from A to B in 5 minutes and distance from A to B is suppose 1200 meter. Another object, this object can move from A to B in 8 minutes, but here distance is A to B is 1500 meter. Now the speed of which object is more? To determine this, we have to determine the distance travelled by the body per unit time, that is in 1 minute. What is the distance travelled by this object in 1 minute and what is the distance travelled by the object in 1 minute. Therefore, if we want to determine speed and velocity, we have to determine the distance travelled by the object per unit time. Speed, the distance travelled by an object per unit time in any direction is called speed. That is, the rate of change of distance per unit time in any direction is called speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Its unit is meter per second. Velocity, the distance travelled by an object per unit time in a fixed direction is called velocity. That is, the rate of change of displacement is called velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time, and its unit is also meter per second. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. For first body, here distance is 1200 meter and time is 5 minutes, and for second object distance is 1500 meter and time is 8 minutes. If we divide 1200 meter by 5, then we will get the speed of first body, and if we divide 1500 meter by 8 minutes, we will get the speed of the second body. We know speed is equal to distance divided by time. Then what will be the unit of speed? Unit of speed. Here the unit of distance is meter and unit of time is second, that is international system. SI unit of time is second and SI unit of distance is meter. Therefore, unit of speed will be meter divided by second. We can write this meter per second. We know 1 by x is equal to x inverse 1. We can write this 1 by x is equal to x inverse 1. Therefore, meter per second, this is equal to m into 1 by s. We can write this m, 1 by s means s inverse 1. Here 1 by x is equal to x inverse 1. Therefore, 1 by s is equal to s inverse 1. We will write it m s inverse 1, but we have to read it meter per second, not ms minus 1. Meter per second, we have to write ms minus 1, but we have to read meter per second. The unit of speed is meter per second. Similarly, the unit of velocity is meter per second, because in case of velocity, here displacement and here time, the unit of displacement is also meter and unit of time is second. Therefore, unit of speed and unit of velocity are same. As an example, an object moves 1800 meters in 6 minutes. What is the speed of the object? This is a problem. An object moves 1800 meter in 6 minutes. What is the speed of the object? To solve it, we will write down the data. Here distance is equal to 1800 meter and time is equal to 6 minutes. Speed is equal to what? Now we know speed is equal to distance divided by time. This is equal to 1800 meter divided by 6 minutes. This is equal to 300 meter per minute, or we can write it meter per minute, that is 300 meter per minute. This is the answer. Suppose an object moves from A to B in suppose an object moves from A to B in 10 minutes and distance between A and B is 2000 meter. Then what is the velocity of this object? We know velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. As the object moves from A to B, is a straight distance in a particular direction. We know the distance in a particular direction is called displacement. Therefore, here displacement is 2000 meter. And what is the distance in this case? In this case, distance is also 2000 meter and displacement is also 2000 meter. That is, if an object moves in a straight way, then displacement and distance may be equal. Distance and displacement may be equal, and distance may be equal to displacement or greater than displacement. Displacement may be equal to distance but not more than distance. Distance may be greater than displacement. Here displacement is equal to 2000 meter, time is equal to 10 minutes. Velocity is equal to what? We know velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. This is equal to 2000 meter divided by 10 minute. This is equal to 200 meter per minute. That is, velocity of the object is 200 meter per minute. What is the speed in this case? Speed is equal to distance divided by time. As the distance and displacement are same, in this case velocity and speed will be same. What is the main difference between speed and velocity? Speed means distance travelled by an object per unit time in any direction, and velocity means distance travelled by an object per unit time in a particular direction. That is, speed has no particular direction, but velocity has a particular direction. In this case, an object moves from A to B following this path. Here 3 meter, then 3 meter, 3 meter, 6 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, and finally at B point. The object moves from A point to B point following this path, and time taken by this object is 12 seconds. That is, in 12 seconds the object moves from A to B by following this path. In this case, what is speed and what is velocity? We know speed is equal to distance divided by time, and velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. To determine speed, we have to determine distance, and to determine velocity, we have to determine displacement. In this case, what is distance? Distance is equal to total length of the path is called distance. Here total length 3 meter, 3 meter plus 3 meter, 6 meter plus 3 meter plus 3 meter plus 3 meter. That is, distance is equal to 3 meter plus 3 meter plus 3 meter plus 6 meter plus 3 meter plus 3 meter plus 3 meter. This is equal to 3 plus 3 6 plus 3 9 plus 6 15 plus 3 18 plus 3 21 plus 3 24 meter. And what is the displacement? Displacement means direct minimum distance from initial position to final position. Here initial position to final position, this distance, it is the displacement. Here displacement is equal to, here 3 meter, this part and this part is also 3 meter. 3 meter plus 6 meter plus 3 meter, that is 3 meter plus 6 meter plus 3 meter. This is equal to 3 plus 6 9 plus 3 12 meter. In this case, distance is 24 meter and displacement is 12 meter. Therefore, speed is equal to 24 meter divided by 12 seconds. This is equal to 2 meter per second, and velocity is equal to displacement by divided by time. Displacement is 12 meter and time is 12 second, same time. Therefore, 12 divided by 12 is equal to 1 meter per second. In this case, speed is 2 meter per second and velocity is 1 meter per second.